No one is let's training. Has the streaming started? Okay, we are now live. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's training for the SheEarns initiative. I am Aderinsola Adio Adekboju, and I'm the founder of iTrain Africa, the Skate for Work Academy, and now the leader of the SheEarns movement. SheEarns movement is an initiative that is geared towards empowering women to earn from digital economy without limitations. And wherever it is you are watching us from, hello, you are welcome to start earning from this initiative. So let's quickly do it this thing. How we do it in this place is, hello, this is the city and country you're joining from, how your day has been. Okay, I'm going to go first. I'm Aderinsola Adio Adekboju. I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria, and my day has been kind of hectic because I've had to participate in sports and all that. So that's how my day has been. So I'm going to welcome you all to also do the same in the comment section while I proceed, because again, the time for our pleasantries had passed. Now, let's go right to the topic of the day. The topic of the day is, how do you make your first 80,000 or your first 800,000, depending on why you are here and the kind of money you want to make from the SheEarns initiative. So my goal today is to teach you some of my marketing and sales strategies that I've used over 15 years to run successful businesses, and how I have, trust me, I've run multiple successful businesses. Yeah, and so I have a bit of, not just a bit, I have quite some knowledge on marketing and sales. So I'm willing to share that with you on how you can then make your own money by employing the strategies. So please, it's a training session, so take your Bible and paper, because at the end of the day, you need to be able to go away with something. Now let's start. First, in order to make money, whether you are trying to make your first 80,000 or your first 800,000, the first step to doing this is setting the goal. This may sound very cliche, but that's just the truth. That is how I do all my own stuff too. And when you set the goal, then we then break the goal down into sizable bits. Let me explain. Let's say, for instance, you want to make your first 80,000 naira. We need to make that goal smart. What is a smart goal? It is specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, it is relevant, and it is time bound. So you just don't say, I want to make my first 80,000. That is a very vague thing to do in sales, in life generally. So you say, I want to make my first 80,000 from the SheEarns Affiliate Marketing Initiative by February 28, 2025. Like you made it very specific. Like you didn't just, I want to earn my first 80,000. So from the SheEarns initiative, that was specific. And you said 80,000 makes it measurable. Is 80,000 naira attainable? Yes. Is it realistic? Is it time bound? You say by February 28, which is end of this month. So that is the first goal you set. Now, let me quickly reverse. Based on whatever, the first question I always ask when I'm setting goal is, what is driving me? So that is the question I'm going to ask everybody here today. We have different drivers. If you just mention an amount of money to me, I'm a kind of person, I can say, let's make our first 1 billion. I don't really get as excited as when you say, let's impact 1 million people. So I know what drives me. Like if you bring a conversation to me and you are simply talking about money in that thing, it doesn't drive me. Like I'm not just driven by value of money. Not because like money is good, you understand? But I'm not driven by value of money. Like I just feel money is a tool to help us achieve bigger things in life. Do you understand? So should you need to get me on anything at all, like it always has to do with the multiplier effect for me, like how many people like this particular thing you're saying, how many. So whenever you are trying to get me into this thing, you tie it to an impact angle, it drives me because my head is calculating the number of people it's going to reach. Do you understand? So the first thing I want us to set in this workshop, please, it's a workshop, it's a practical workshop. If you are here and you are a SheEarner, meaning that you have signed up for SheEarns, you have filled your biodata form, you have signed your MOU, we have generated a seller link for you. Please, this exercise is especially for you. Now, I know there are different people in this place. Some of you have, this is your first time about hearing from SheEarns. What is SheEarns? SheEarns is an affiliate marketing program where you can earn 20% on every sale you make on our WFS program or our other digital programs. Let me break that down. 20% may be sounding like very, very far. It simply means that our WFS program without VAT is 42,000 naira, without VAT with VAT is 45,150. So on that 2,000 naira, they break it into 5. So it means that 8,004 of it is what you are earning, but then seller will collect money for gateway and all those things. So you are basically earning 80,054 naira for every time you tell a friend that need WFS and they enroll for it. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to deliver the course. You don't have to set up any website. You don't have to do it. Like, basically tell someone and the person enrolls through your affiliate link. Today, you get your money tomorrow. Like, it's that straightforward. That is what SheEarns is about. And why did we start SheEarns? In order to empower women, right? In order to empower women to earn from the digital economy, because women may be earning from product-based business, service-based business, consulting, and everything, but they find it difficult to start earning from digital economy, because when developers people here start earning from digital economy, say, oh, I want to get remote work abroad, I want to get into tech. So all those barriers are things that women have been facing. Like, I don't even want to really do tech. It's not like, like so many things. But we said, how can you get into this so-called digital economy? Let's employ the affiliate marketing. You sell digital products without having to create digital products, and you earn from the digital products. Safely, it's as simple as that. So that's what we have done with SheEarns. Now back to our discussion. I'm asking everybody a question. Let's do this exercise for 2 minutes. What is the driver for you? What is driving you? What is driving you? Think about it for like 2 minutes. What is driving you? Why do you want to be a part of this? Why do you want to earn 80,000? Why do you want to earn 800,000? Like, it doesn't matter whether it is 80,000 or your first 8,000, which is the first sale, your first 8,000, your first 10 sales, which is 80,000 commission, or your first 100 sales, which is basically 800,000. What is the driver? For me, if you ask me off the top of my head, I know what the driver is. Like I always say, broke does not fund broke. How do I mean? Broke does not fund broke. I know that I want to reach 10 million people. I also know that to reach 10 million people, I need 3 major things. I need money, I need the network, and I need people. So for me, whenever I'm trying to say, oh, I need to make money, I know that I need to make money to reach. Maybe it is somebody that knows that I exist, that will buy that thing that I want to use to help their life. If they don't know I exist, if I don't make money to be able to fund my digital advertising, which costs me over 100,000 naira every day, I need to make money to fund that digital advertising so that somebody in Kenya, in Ghana, in whatever can hear about these digital skills or workplace functional skills, and they can then use the product. So for me, I know what I need. I know I need huge amount of money daily to fund my digital advertising. So whether I like it or not, whether I want to sell or not, whether I feel like selling or not, I keep telling myself, you set a target to reach 10 million people in 2030. This is a number you want to reach this year. So it means that for you to reach this number, you will need digital advertising. And for you to be able to spend the amount of money you want to spend on digital advertising, you need to sell this WFS course, or you need to sell this program by SW Academy. So that way, it drives me every day to say, the moment you don't have 100K or 100K plus to fund these ads accounts, you have reached lesser number. Ask my team members every day. They say, how many people signed up for our Legion today? I'll be checking how many people have been reached in the last 1 month. And do you understand? Why? Because again, I have set a target that I want to hit. And I know that I need this thing to meet that target. So I'm asking you, some of you are here, what is driving you is the fact that you don't have soft life money. What is soft life money? You don't have money that you can say, this weekend. It's not as if you don't have money to feed or anything. But you cannot wake up and say, let me and my girlfriend just go out to Radisson Blue, and go and eat a buffet of 25K. You don't have 50K in 1 month that you can use to do that kind of baby girl life. You can use to flex. Just say, I have one extra 50K somewhere. I can say, yes, just let me take you out now. Or you can even need to take your husband out or take your spouse out. You don't have loose change at all. Like all your income is already planned for. That can be your driver. Or you may even be the person that is here that you know that every time you have to pay school fees, you have to be dividing it by 2, by 3. Now say, why don't I make some extra passive income in such a way that I don't have to pay school fees 2, 3 times? That can be your driver. You can be a student that is at the university. The money they are giving you is not enough. You'll be like, and I want to do this big girl something in school or big guy something in school. Let me be able to say, let me make extra 30K. Maybe they are giving me 30K. Imagine me just making extra 30K or 40K in 1 month. I will just turn to big boy on campus. That can be your driver. Or it can be that I have one spendthrift of a child that every time that child comes home from campus, it is, mommy, bring money. Mommy, bring money. Mommy, we are buying one. That can be your driver. Your driver can even be like you don't have investments in your life. You have worked for 10 years. No investment anywhere, no stock anywhere. Nothing. If they say like this, nothing is remaining at home. Yeah, no, it can be for different things. But please, everybody in this meeting should search what their driver is. And I'm sure you're saying, we came to a sales and marketing training. How are we doing soul searching like this? We are going to get there. Hold on. Now, this activity I just did with you, when I was teaching at Unilag, I would typically do a similar activity with my students. And trust me, I achieved tremendous results in terms of their performance improvements. Now, when you have typed your own driver, why do you want to earn extra income? Abdurrahim Ahmed says, my drive is to make extra income at my own convenience, which will also help me to implement and showcase my digital skills. Okay, great. I like the fact that Abdurrahman is doing this exercise. You will be shocked at how this exercise will change a lot of things for Abdurrahman. Now, once you do this exercise, the next thing I want to do with this exercise is, if you can put it somewhere, maybe might even be your screensaver, that you see it daily. Anywhere you know you see it daily, you will see that your driver daily. Put it there. You may just, like my screensaver, if you check my screensaver of my phone, there is something on top of my screensaver, it is written abundance. Like there's a story behind it, but I can't go into now. Why am I saying it? Whatever it is you visualize, it comes into it, like it leaves your subconscious, and it comes like you are seeing something every day. For some reason, by default, your brain is activating you to want to achieve it. Now, when we have taken care of the subconscious, which is your mind, the remaining is 50%. Because your mind is the first place you achieve a goal. It has to be achievable in your mind. Now that we have agreed that you are going to write out what is driving you to make this sale. We have done the words, the mindset part. Now let's do the logical part, the calculation, the mathematics part. We have done the mindset part. Let's do the words, the mathematics, the business mathematics part. Now I am going to take a value, which is 80,000 naira. You remember I said that the first thing to making money is to set the goal of the money. Now, let's take 80,000 naira. We have already established that for every time you sell WFS, seller will credit you 8,054 naira. Let's say 8,000 naira. Remove all the 54 naira on top of it. 8,000 naira. So let's do mathematics. If for every sale you make, seller is going to give you 8,000 naira. How many sales do you need to make 80,000? Let's do business mathematics, and I'm breaking it down before it gets to the complex part. If seller gives you 8,000 for every sale you make, how many sales do you need to make to do 80,000 naira? Let somebody type it in the comment section for me. How many sales do you need to make to get 80,000 naira? I'm going to wait 10 sales. Thank you very much, Augustina. So I'm now going to ask a question. Do you have a roadmap on how to make 10 sales within 30 days? That's 1 month. Do you have a roadmap on how you are going to make 10 sales in 30 days within 1 month? You know why I asked that question? I know most likely the reason why you're in this training is because you don't have a roadmap. But you know why I'm asking? Again, science behind the brain. Remember, I say I'm an educator. I've practiced this at the university with my students. The way the brain works. When they say, have you ever done something ever happened to you that you'll be seeing something on, like, you'll be passing one place every day. Someone will be saying, have you seen this Benz 2025? You say, I've not seen that Benz. Now, are you serious? That Benz is mad. The front is like this. These things, like, you say, are you serious? I can tell you for free. The next day you will see that Benz. You know why? Somebody asked you that question. The human brain is so magnificent that the moment gets asked a question, the moment it gets asked a question, it starts to think whether you ask it to think on it. And until your brain finds a solution to it, it will not rest. So me asking you that question is because I wanted your brain to activate to think. It's just simple, Lord. Which is why if you are going to do an exam, before you read, one of the things I used to recommend to myself, I said, go through the past questions. Just go through them. Read the questions. I say your brain will automatically activate and start asking those questions of your brain. And it is ready to receive the answer because it is already activated. So by the time you start reading, your reading speaks faster because your brain is already asking the question. That's the science behind learning. Now that we know that, I have asked you this question 2 times, I'm going to ask again. Do you have a roadmap on how you make 10 sales in 30 days? And Augusta said, that is a challenge. I'm finding it hard on how to do it. Now, let's go to the practical breakdown of how you are now going to make that 10 sales in 30 days. What is the how? The how is the fact that let's break 10 into 4, 2.5, or let's do 3, 3, or 2, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. Why do I say that 4 weeks? It means 2 this week, 2 next week, 3 upper week, another 3 upper week. Is that 10 or not? That's 10. We start with you making 2, another 2, 3, and another 3. We would increase our capacity as time goes on. I don't want you to think about the 10 sales. The only thing I want you to think about is the first 2 sales. You know what that helps you do? Let's do this mathematics. If you are telling yourself, all I need is 2 sales within the next 7 days, it becomes easier. Now, you will now say, okay, Doc, I'm thinking about 2 sales within the next 7 days. Here is the next thing you need to do. I always say there is no wrong product. You are only talking to the wrong person. When you say, oh, there is no sales, I always say, oh, there can actually be sales if you find the right person. When you say there's no sales, you are talking to that person who does not need you. In 2018 at Unleash Innovation, I learned one principle. Your product is a solution to somebody's problem. Please repeat after me. My product is a solution to somebody's problem. Please repeat it. My solution, like my product, is a solution to somebody's problem. My product is a solution to somebody's problem. You know why I keep repeating it? You now, where we are now getting to is, we remember we need to sell to only 2 people for now. Forget the 80K first. I'm now saying 2 because we have broken down, we have agreed that 10 sales is all you need within 30 days, right? We have agreed on that. We have now said, in that 30 days, I don't even want to worry you with that 10 sales. Now, let's break it down to 4 weeks, which is 2 in this week, 2 next week, 3 upper week, 3 and the other one. So let's think, can your mind focus on 2 in the next 7 days? You know what is going on now? I'm sure you're now saying, actually, 2 is not a bad number. Or is your mind not telling you 2 is not a bad number, right? Here is what you're now going to do. You will now say, okay, if 2 is not a bad number, where is those? Remember we said your product is a solution to somebody's problem. Where are those 2 people that have the problem that the WFS can solve? Now, if you have not watched the onboarding training, where we talked about the different categories of people, the marketing and sales onboarding training, the training 3. I don't want to bore us with what I've taught in that thing. Please go back and sit down and rewatch it. In that training, in fact, from day training 2, end of training 2, the last 15 minutes of training 2, I talked about target audience. Please go back and watch the last 15 minutes. So what I'm about to say next to make sense to you. We talked about different target audience. I will not repeat it, but I will just pick one of those categories and use it. In this particular training, I'm going to use somebody as a case study very soon. That is part of what is on our agenda based on where I stopped teaching. Now, we have said it is 2 people you are trying to find, your first 2 people. We now said, because I know that there is no bad product, I am only talking to the wrong person. I am talking to who does not have the problem that my product can solve. Again, I repeat, my product is a solution to somebody's problem. Stop trying to sell to someone who doesn't have a Panadol problem. What is a Panadol problem? It's like you are trying to sell pain reliever of teeth for someone who has just, what is it called? A bone in their teeth. And you are looking at another person who has bad teeth that every night they have to gargle with Ogogoro. But you are talking to somebody that the only thing that they have in there, they just have a slight discomfort because they have bone in their teeth, which, by the way, if they go and take flex, they can use it to remove. But that other person, nothing, like the ache is there because the teeth is bad. Out of the 2 of them, your product, same product, nothing is wrong with those products, the same features. If you give to somebody whose teeth is aching, you say, please just bring it now. But if you give it to somebody that the teeth is stuck, they say, let me see, let me try to use this thing to remove it first. If it does not remove it, I'll call you tomorrow. That is the difference. Same products. So the question is, we will now personalize it to you. Think about yourself. You ask yourself, who around me has a Panadol problem that WFS can solve? Not who has a multivitamin problem. Multivitamin is, if you like, you take it now. If you like, you don't take it. It is not that bad if you don't take it. Don't look for the multivitamin person. Let me give you a scenario. If you put two graduates in a room and the one that has gone for 10 interviews and they have still said you lack skills, but you put one that graduated last week that has not served in NYC, which one of them will be more open to taking WFS? They are both graduates, but I'm sure you know that it's the one that's gone for 10 interviews that has seen the shaggy will be more receptive to taking a solution because they know they are aware they have a problem. But you see the NYC person that's not even done NYC is not as aware. They don't know yet that they have a problem. So you trying to sell a solution that they don't realize that they have a problem in is going to give you a headache. And it is going to take you a longer time to close that sale. So majority of what I've spent my time doing is asking, who needs me? Who has the Panadol problem? Who is my lowest hanging fruit that is within reach? Who is the easiest person that needs me now? Then I categorize people who needs me now urgently, who will need me maybe in the slightest issue, and who is not even aware that they need me yet. You see, an undergraduate that has not finished school may not even be aware that the reason why people are not employable is because they lack skills. An undergraduate doesn't know that they have a problem yet. They may not know that what they are teaching them in school is not enough to get them a job. That person is on, we always call them cold leads. The one is like, oh, they finished school, they are not seeing how the labor market is, but they have not spent time, they've not gone for any interview. So they are warm, but they are not yet hot. But you see that graduate or that woman that since she's a graduate, she has been at home, she did not find work, she has done interview tired. And she now maybe has a mother-in-law that every time they say, you will just be sitting down at home, spending my son's money. Any small thing, you say, bring money. Now, the same school where you go, at least you're doing something to work. You'll be hearing things like that. You see that person, the person will do anything to find liberation from that situation. As I said, now that I've explained, your networks will differ. Which is why I say, go and watch that training again on target audience. For some of you, for someone who is a retiree in this audience, for instance, the network of the person that really needs them now will most likely differ from the network of a person who is an entrepreneur. But trust me, if you ask yourself, have you started asking yourself questions? Who am I? What do I do every day? Oh, I am a ministry worker. In my place of work, every day I see people saying, I have not even been promoted. My appraisal last time is not good. They are complaining about every time. I don't even know how to do this thing. The reason why Oga did not take me for that training that they went for in Ghana is because they said that I don't know how to do computer. You are seeing someone that is saying that kind of thing. They are not saying, you too learn it. Now you say I don't have time, but you can learn it online. The first rule of sale is make sure the person needs your solution. Make sure they need you. Don't try to sell something and that is why most businesses fail when they open shop. They say, I want to start a business. They say, okay, what do you want to say? I want to open provision store on my street. And I say, who has the problem of not being able to get provision at a close proximity? They say, how do you mean? I say, for your business to thrive, maybe your street, and the only place they could get provision before is maybe supermarket and it's quite a distance. So you must be solving one problem that maybe you have proximity or maybe your own prices are cheaper. There must be a problem that is existing in that community that your own provision and the offer that comes with it can solve. Do you understand? If you have not identified that problem that your neighborhood people are complaining about, I want to make you open provision store, don't try it. Because if you do, you know what's going to happen? You are trying to force your solution on people that don't need it. You will work hard to get that result. Now that I've explained it, now think about the name of the person. After you have thought about your network, see where we started from. You've thought about your network as an individual, like, okay, I'm a retiree, I'm an undergraduate, I am an entrepreneur, I'm a freelancer. Start thinking about your own network. Mm-hmm. Now ask yourself, in that network, based on this thing that Doc has said now, that there is one person or two persons or three persons or 10 persons that has even probably told me their problem, but I was not really listening at that time. List the name of those people on a sheet of paper. List them. Put a name to them. You will now ensure that you have a conversation with them. I said conversation. I did not say go and sell to them. Now, how do you have such a conversation? You need to ensure that you are showing them their own problem like this in their face. How do you do that? Which is why I say we are going to do a practical case scenario right here. So I'm going to need one person in the comment section who has thought about all these things, who has a name of a person that they have, or two people that they have thought. I did not say, I think, you have thought based on what I say it is a workshop. I needed it to be implemented as I was saying it. You have thought about it, and two persons' name, three persons' name that you know have Panadol problem comes to mind. Use the raise hand button. I will unmute you, and we will use that person's name to do a case study right now. And you will go and play that script with that person. Who has a name? It is a workshop, or it is a training. It is not where we did not come to do webinar. It's a training workshop. We will practice what we are learning so that you can go away with tangibles in this workshop. Who has thought about who has a Panadol problem within their own network? Because when you don't think about the person, you do not really know what to say to the person. Who has thought about their own person that they want to sell to? Or you don't think there is anybody within your own network that you can sell to? Or that has a problem, not sell. Because I say you're not going to go and sell to them. You will simply go and identify their problem to them. And when they now start feeling like, there is problem, I don't know what else to do, you now say, well, there's actually, you then suggest a solution. And they are the one that will ask me, tell me about it now. I'm like, so this, then you can now come and they will be listening at that time to your solution because they have seen clearly that they need help. So here is what I need you to do. Nobody is raising up their hand to drop a name of a person. It means I'm just training for nothing. Nobody is doing the exercises I'm giving them. I'm just doing training for nothing. Yeah? You can't think of a name of a person. I need one person. Yes, I have Vanessa. Okay, Osborne, you say you've thought of Vanessa. Osborne, can I unmute you? I want to ask you a couple of questions about Vanessa. So that the script we are going to develop today, we are going to use that script to go and have a conversation with Vanessa. We will use that script to have a conversation with Vanessa. Please unmute yourself, Osborne.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Okay, so who is Vanessa? Can you quickly give me a brief history about Vanessa? Do they work? Are they a 9-to-5? Are they an entrepreneur? Because you know who Vanessa is. As for you to have mentioned Vanessa's name, well, give me a quick 1-minute description of who Vanessa is.
Okay, so Vanessa is a recent graduate, a university graduate, who is trying to make ends meet, trying to make money, trying to get skills. She has been looking for a job for a long time, but couldn't find one.
And you know Vanessa personally, right? Osborne, oh, you muted yourself again. No, please don't mute yourself. I'm trying to ask you certain questions so that we can create a script that you will go and use to sell to Vanessa. Do you understand? I want this is a workshop. I want you to be practical.
Yes.
Your scripts.
Yes, I know her.
You know Vanessa.
Yes.
So do you know what Vanessa has tried before? Do you know the solutions she has tried before in the past?
Yes. Yes, she
What
has
has
been
she done
trying.
to ensure she gets that?
Actually, she has been trying to sell vegetables at the marketplace, but unfortunately, seems like she doesn't have strength enough to stand to be outside. Yeah.
And she went to school, she's literate and she's currently selling vegetables. Do you have an
Yes.
idea of how much she makes vegetables? You can see I'm asking you a lot of questions. Do you know how sales happens when you have information about your prospects? Do you have an idea of how much she makes maybe in a daily, in a weekly, like from the thing she's currently doing?
Yeah, because of
It's all right.
yes, because of what has been happening. Yeah, she has been making probably, let's say, $3 a day, but it may be once in a while. She might make probably, let's say, $6 in 7 days. Because, yeah.
So technically, Nessa has been making less than $8 in a day. So
Yes,
what it
yes.
means, whatever it is she's doing, she can't like, she's an ideal candidate for the WFS because basically the worst that can happen to her, right, is the fact that she gets a low income, when I say low, like let me say soft skill kind of job, which is not going to pay her less than like $100 in a month. Because if you're saying on some week she's earning $7, that means in a week if she's earning $7, that means in a whole month she's earning $28. Whereas in 6 weeks, she could possibly start earning nothing less than $100 in a month, which is like 4 times more than what she's currently earning. So basically, you know why I did this mathematics for you? People need to see the possibility of what their life can be in terms of money, what they can possibly earn as compared to where they are. So here's what you are going to go and do. Because you know Vanessa personally, you won't go to Vanessa and sell. Then you're going to say to Vanessa, depending on where you see Vanessa, you're going to say, Vanessa, as in this business that you are doing currently, like for how long do you plan to do it? I know there is no job, or I know you've really tried going for interviews and everything like that, but again, you need to be able to use your degree to work now and everything like that. Please, like this business you are currently doing, what is the plan? As in, what is your plan to actually still pursue this your professional life? Let Vanessa unpack on you. Like she'll say, this one, I'm still this thing, but it's not like I'm not trying. Vanessa, have you actually considered picking up like skills for the workplace? Because a lot of people are working like online now, earning legitimately about $100 to $150, even as community manager assistant. But then before they can work online as a community manager, they need to have basic digital skills. They need to be able to use digital tools. They need to be able to understand how Google Workspace works. They need to even know how to use all this. You know, you are talking about these things. Are you serious? Hey, but where will I learn it? And I say, you know, I know they did, of course, they did not. Me and you went to the same university, or like we all went to, university, but they didn't teach you. But here is the thing, there's this particular program that I actually enrolled in this thing. And trust me, as in, I don't know if you work, Osborne, if you would be like, since you will now use yourself like, since I took this program, trust me, as in, even me that used to feel like they would chase me at work before because I was not really productive. Right now, I'm feeling like I'm the person that if I demand that I need a pay increase because my productivity has increased. And I've also seen quite a number of people who are taking that program that within less than this thing. Like, I think it's something that you should consider. Maybe, if you're interested in it, just let me know. I actually even have a free version if you are willing to watch it. Let me know. I could hook you up with, how you started. You say they've been doing several batches. I know there are people from like various African countries who have used it. They've also gotten work on the online space and they are earning well, earning in dollars. Just let me know as in if you're ready to try this approach, because trust me, this one that you're doing, for how long will you continue to do it? You see how I had that conversation? I asked questions first, then I suggested a solution. But before I suggested a solution, I talked about what she could earn. Like, you could actually pick up a skill in the next 6 weeks, as in not all day. I'm not talking about all this tailor fashion that we go into 6 months. I'm talking about like foundational workplace skills that anybody can use to hire you as a virtual assistant, and you will learn it and you can start to earn like $200. You can see I put the money at the end that she could start earning. I'm like, even if you knew, you would not be like, right now, I'm assuming you're like $6, $7, maybe maximum of $20 maybe. So even that $20, as in, it's still $80. Whereas if you do this one now, you invest, I should not be like, how much of these things? Like, that's a funny thing. As in, the person that even created this program, do you know the program was $300 before? Right now, she's offering that program at like $45. As in, imagine, as I feel like this is the best time you should take it, because the truth is, I know these people, they'll just remove their subsidy at any time because there are a lot of people that are now hearing about the program, this thing. So I feel like they will. So please, if you want to do it, get it done now and everything like that. And that will be the end of that conversation. You are not pushing. The first work you did was to identify who needs it. When you now do that conversation, in the next, you can leave it for a day or two. When you know, how you doing? This thing, this thing, but let's say you gave her free link, did you watch that free link that I sent to you? Now, yes, I watched that free link. Maybe she will say she has not watched it. Like, are you serious? You did not watch it. Now, wow, as in, like, that kind of, just like, you did not really watch it. As in, are you really sure you're not enjoying this, your vegetable work? Like, are you sure you still want to use the certificate to work at all? You see how I just had that conversation? Like, I'll watch it. Well, as in, I have given you the solution that I have found, but you don't seem to want to, take my solution and things like that. So, like, then that way the person says, wow, somebody gave me a solution, I'm not using it. They are thinking about it. And the fact that you have told them that that offer is currently subsidized, they feel like they're going to get a good deal at the end of the day. So that is how that conversation could actually happen between you and Vanessa. You see that I did not try to go and sell that. I didn't go to Vanessa and say, I have this thing, do you, as in, come and buy. The moment you say, I have this thing, come and buy, people read, they go back because nobody wants to be sold to. Nobody wants to be sold to, because when people hear come and buy, their brain tells them that they're about to part with money, and people don't like to part with their money. People's brain don't let them part with their money easily. So always make it like people are not like they have a problem. They should be the ones seeking your solution before you are advising on that solution. I hope this helps you, Osborne, to close the sale with Vanessa. So here is the thing. Of course, I want everybody to do a case study. So here, based on the description of what I did now, I want others to then craft their own approach to the one name that they have mentioned in their mind. Who is this person? What is their current income? Or you may not even know, but you have an idea. and you also have an idea of how much you could earn from community management, virtual assistantship, even locally. I'm talking about locally. So again, if what they are earning is at par, let's say somebody is earning the same $150, $100 from whatever it is they are doing, but the labor, imagine someone like her earning that same $150 from vegetable. Ask yourself, does she have to go to the market to get a vegetable? Does she have to stay under the sun? Does she have to pay this thing? Yes. But what if you told the person that, I know it's the same $150 you have making, it's just that one will wear you out, that you don't even have time for yourself. Whereas this other one, you are doing community management, you're on a phone, you are not even in an office, you have all your entire workstation is on your phone. It means that you can go anywhere with your work. Have you thought about it, that you don't have to sit down every day and be worrying that the vegetable will perish? Then I said, even if the person's money was the same thing, think to sell the benefits of ease of convenience of earning from digital space to the person. Ease of convenience, like the convenience of earning without having to carry load, inventory, shoe, bag, whatever it is the person is selling. That is another angle you could come with, because some people will make as much money as what you are proposing to them that the BFS will get them in terms of job, career, freelancing, whatever. But for those category of people, then you then go from the approach of, are you able to do that work from anywhere? Can you go for your children's PT and not, be afraid that you have to go and lie to take permission? Things like that is how we then do this. So I would, because again, we said this train is going to be a 1 hour this thing. It's already 7 o'clock. Now, 2 people in the next 7 days. These 2 people that you have identified based on this exercise I gave to you, these 2 people, for you to have a higher chance of closing those 2 people, can you please do something for me? Identify 5 people. For this week, identify 5 people. Individually, write their name down. Allocate a time to have a conversation with them. Allocate a time on your calendar to have a conversation with them. Money is in the conversation. Remember, I did not say allocate time to go and sell to them. I said allocate a time to have a conversation with them that brings out their problem to them. Then that problem that they have now given you information on, you now take it. You have the access to the curriculum, entire curriculum of the BFS. You will now look at it that based on this problem that they just told me now, which of those modules can solve it for them? That is the module you will use to sell benefits. That is the module you will use to sell benefits. Let me give you another instance. A student, you are trying to sell to someone that is a master's degree student that is struggling to do their thesis. They are struggling to find references. They are struggling to do research. You don't know about it. But you know that there is a communication module where I talked about ResearchGate, how to use Google Scholar for referencing your project, how to use AI to do research. You see all that in the curriculum, but you go and start telling the person, you need clarity of something. Whereas that's not the person's problem. They have told you already that they are hustling the academic project. That is the time you now say, well, there's an easier way to do this thing. Like, do you know how to do it and everything? Like, there's something Dr. James already taught us on the BFSO. And that is another approach you can use. You put an acronym that they don't understand that will make them ask questions. Like, there's something Dr. James talked about this, and I found that thing really interesting. It's how to actually do academic research as on the BFS. And in fact, another thing I found really interesting is, what is the BFS? Like, as in, are you serious? It's Workplace Foundational Skills Program. It's like, that program is like a lifesaver. Like, they teach you everything you're supposed to know, like, that they don't teach you in school. Like, something like what you just mentioned now, that's, use of this thing, like, they teach it on that program. You should really get it. Like, it's going to save you a lot of headache. You will save a lot of your time and stress that you're currently going through now. Another angle. I just used an academic person as an example. So those are different angles that you can use. But please, Identify 5 people, because in sales, even for gurus, if you have a 50% conversion, it is great conversion. Meaning, if you speak to 4 people and 2 people buy, that's 50% conversion. That was a fantastic sales conversion. So for me, in fact, if you ask me right now, I say, can you identify 8 people? You want to sell to 2 people. Can you identify 8 people that you're going to speak with? And you tell that, okay, 1/4 of them, 25% of them will buy. Meaning if I speak with 8 people, 2 of them will buy. Great conversion rate. That is the assignment I'm going to give you. Sales doesn't happen because you wish for it to happen. Sales is mathematics. Sales is what? Mathematics. I've helped you to break down the mathematics. From we want to make 10 sales, or from we want to make our first 80,000, to us saying how many people do we need to sell to make our first 80,000? 8 people. Then from that 10 people rather, we now broke it down into 4 weeks, which is 2 people in the next 7 days, 2 people in another 7 days, 3 people in another 7 days after that, then 3 people. And we now say, now let's take these first 2 people, identify 8 people that they have a Panadol problem, put their name, have a conversation based on how I just had this conversation. And you will come back in the community and come and tell me if it does work or not. Sales is persuasion. You can't force people to do things. You need to make them see the problem, what you are offering a solution to the game. I'm going to pause here and I'm going to take questions. Before we start taking questions, there is something that Moina has asked me for, and I've granted that request. She said, ma'am, for the SheEarners, I would like for you to do something for them, for their prospects, so that it makes it easier for their prospects to buy now. And I said, okay, what do you want me to do for the SheEarners? And she said, our transitioners workshop for early registration is about 5 something. For late registration is about 16,000 something. That is taking place on March 12th. It's a live workshop. I've not even talked about it in our newsletter or anything. We have just been advertising via ads. Tens of people have enrolled and all that for that workshop. We call it the Transitioners Workshop. It's a workshop that we are going to be focusing on giving clarity to people that want to transition. So transitioning could be 3 different things. You could be transitioning careers, meaning changing profession. You could be transitioning industries, meaning, oh, I've worked in telco as an accountant, but I want to transition from telco to FMCG. You could be transitioning industries. You could also be transitioning, sorry, did I say 3 things? 5 things. You could be transitioning jobs location, meaning, oh, I've been working in Nigeria, I want to work in the US. You could be transitioning from, in terms of job location. The 4th one is you could be transitioning in terms of the what's it called? The work conditions, meaning I've been working on site. I want to work on, I want to transition into remote work. Now, the last one could be that you actually want to transition, like, not just careers or something. You want to transition into what's it called? The tech space. Like, you are not transitioning careers. You are just, and it's not like tech is not an industry. You're basically trying to transition into the tech world, not careers this time around. So it's more like you're a project manager. Let me put it that way. You've been working on site. They're not necessarily trying to transition careers or anything. But the kind of projects you've been doing is to be doing all these manual discipline. So you now say, oh, I want to be in a way that I want to transition what I currently do, which is in a manual way. I want to transition my work, how I deliver my work, into a tech-enabled version, kind of. which is what Israel did then. And he came to then learn project management at academy. He's a project manager. I said, well, I want to learn the agile methodologies of it, so I can then offer my project management like in the tech fashion, in a tech way, something like that. Now, there are different kind of transitioning. These are the kind of things we are going to explain at that workshop. In fact, I feel like if you fall into that category, you may want to pick up that workshop. It's still currently, the early registration is still 5,375. And we've not talked about it at all, but it is on our seller page. We have been running ads to it. We have had people from Ghana, Kenya, Cameroon, like, of course, Nigeria, who buy then some dollar payments from out of Africa, buy that thing so that we could then help those category of people. Now, this workshop, of course, is a paid workshop. Moina then said, Ma'am, I want my SheEarners to have a leverage with their prospects. Can you do me a favor that before March 10, you can tell, like, or a SheEarner that wants to sell to their prospect, and that prospect is ghosting them or is asking them why should they pay now for a program that is officially starting on the 1st of April? Can you give me like 100 spaces on the transitionals workshop where they can use to convince their prospects for that? I said, okay. So I granted that to her, I think was it yesterday. And I told her that at this workshop, I'll tell you people. So for the SheEarners, again, I said we keep supporting you in such a way that apart from the training, I want to give you incentives that can help you make, like, your prospect make a decision now. Because I truly want, especially for those that have not earned, I truly want you to make your first sale within the next 5 days. So here is how it's going to work. Whoever it is you are speaking with, do not use the fact that we say we are going to give your prospect who buys between now and March 10 that workshop for free, in addition to, of course, the WFS, does not mean that should be your first thing you are pushing to your prospects. Even Moina knows I don't push bonuses to my prospect first. I said the prospect has to see the value in the main thing beyond the bonus. They need to see that they need WFS first. So all the things I taught you tonight, can you please implement them first? Now, when the person has bought into your, oh, I need this thing, and they are saying, Shebi, you said the next batch is starting on the 1st, I will pay later. You say, wait, oh, I will advise for 2 reasons. I told you the program was subsidized. They could remove that subsidy. And one more thing, for people that pay within the next 5 days, now it is you that I am giving March 10 in terms of the SheEarners. That I'm saying this offer after March 10, it is no more on the table, right? Because again, after March 10, it's already like 18 days to the deadline. So as in just the program is starting in less than 2 weeks of thereabouts. So after March 10, that thing is off the table. But to your prospects, please, it is 5 days, meaning that if they chat you today, for that offer to be valid for that your prospects, they must buy from you within the next 5 days. We would ask you to show us when was the first time you chatted that prospect. For your prospect and a bonus, it must be within the first 5 days of them chatting you. Because again, the reason why I granted Moina this request is the fact that I said, I want my SheEarners to grow strength in negotiations and conviction, which is why I am then offering, after I first taught you how to convert them. Now, this is simply an icing on the cake. And remember, I said the workshop is what? Late registration is 16,000. Moina, please put the exact value for me. Early registration is 5,003 this thing. And trust me, when I do workshops, when I say this thing, whatever value I offer my workshop at, the price I call my workshop is typically like, let me say 1/10 of the value that you're going to get in it. And in that workshop, you know what we did? We are putting them in a community before the workshop. We are delivering some free workshop materials to them. and which is a bonus. And after the workshop, a day after the workshop, we are giving them a guide that is going to contain about 10 open roles that they could apply for based on the kind of professions we discussed at the workshop. Do you understand? So the workshop itself, I'll probably ask Moina to send. Moina, can you drop a workshop so that they can understand what I'm saying? Right? Right? They can understand, like, I want you to understand what the bonus is so that you understand how valuable that thing that I'm giving you is. So when I say I'm giving you, like, I am giving you to give your prospects. But your prospects must make commitment, as in enroll within the 5 days that they first chatted you, right? Now, there's an exception to that. When I say exception, it is possible your prospect chatted you way before now, before this date of February 13th. But because I have now given you this thing now, you now want to go and use that thing to get your former prospects to buy. It is still valid. Do you understand? But I'm saying the day you tell your prospect about this offer, which may be today or tomorrow, it might be your former prospect. But I'm sure you will tell your prospect about this offer, like let me say a day, like today, to whatever. Do you understand? About this bonus that we want to give to you as an affiliate to help you, push that offer. I'm saying that from today now, 5 days starts to count. So if there's a prospect that has ghosted you, note you can use it to reactivate that prospect. I say, okay, I will join your next batch. You say, see you. Dr. Resola just gave all of us affiliates 100 seats. And I say all affiliates, the maximum is 100 seats. When I say 100 seats, like what I told Moina I consented to is maximum of, like, the gifting of affiliate is 100 seats. So let's say, for instance, now, Aziza say, go and tell our own people and say, and 10 of our people buy. It means that the gift I have left is 90. Mrs. Briadon Ashraf says, oh, I have gone to bring 20 of my people and they want to get these bonuses. It means the gift I have left, by the time we remove 10, remove 20, it's meaning what? 70. So the maximum gifts for affiliates, like that gift of free workshop on top of what they buy, is 100. So there is a possibility that before that March 10, that gifting has finished. Do you understand me? It is there's because again, if an affiliate says, oh, I'm going to convince 10 of my affiliates within the next 1 week, as in my prospect within the network, they will get 10 of those things. So whichever one comes first, the gifts might expire first, or the March 10 might come first. Please note, do not, because you know why I'm repeating it. Don't go and tell your prospect that you have till March 10 to pay and you still get the gift. You are on your own. That's the thing, within 5 days, because if you come back to me and come and say, but my prospect now paid on March 9. And I say, no, it is you that I am telling as the SheEarner that the final day that offer is going to hold is March 10. It is you I'm telling. If you go and tell your prospect that and they delay till March 10 to pay, and then you now come to us and say there's no gift, please remember to your prospect, I said, it is 5, they should do that within 5 days. Please, everybody is hearing me now, because I hate things that has to do with integrity issue. On your own part, I don't want your integrity smeared that you now have to, don't worry. If you pay before March 10, I will gift you one workshop that is very valuable. You have made mouth, whereas I am saying it. Do not go and tell your students to March 10. What I have said is, I have promised tell your person within the next 5 days if they pay. And even at that, it is valid for only 100 seats in that workshop. Meaning the total gift I am giving affiliates to push their market of that workshop is 100. So if an affiliate decides to sell 10 based on going to meet their prospect and say, there is one extra bonus for now, I will give them that 10. Do you understand? I'll give them that 10. So there's nothing like only an affiliate cannot take more than 3. There's no, it is if they say in fact, I've gotten 40 people. If you give them that offer, they will pay within the next 5 days. They will take that 40. So please, that is the request that Moina made to me yesterday that I have granted. I did not try for you people. Yeah, clap for me. Clap for me. Can the SheEarn member pay to attend the transitionals workshop happening in March? Yes. Yes. You can pay. It's now what I'm saying. I've not talked about it in our communities or anywhere, right? It's just the advert has been running for like 2 weeks. People have been enrolling. It's just that for some reason we've not just talked about the workshop in our communities. And I think why we didn't is we didn't want to confuse people. They will say you are talking about the BFS, which one is Transitionals program again. We didn't want to confuse people. So we are just doing the advert and like we are not trying to confuse because again, there was a confusion case that happened that someone was saying, is it, like I don't want people confused about programs, right? It is a new program that we just like a clarity workshop for people that are trying to transition. So you can, like, yeah, Azizat has paid now. Azizat, is she here? Azizat has paid for that workshop. I think she went to Seller. I know Azizat has paid for that workshop. She went to Seller. She saw it on our Seller store and she paid for it. Azizat, yes, I'm sure. I remember she paid for that workshop the day she paid for a technical program. Azizat, I'm correct, right? I saw that receipt. Aziza, am I correct? I know you paid for transitionals workshop. I know she paid. You can enroll for the workshop. Anybody can enroll for the workshop. The workshop is free for Edmond to enroll in. Do you understand? It's free for anyone to enroll, as in it's open to anybody to enroll in. If you need to be in that workshop, please grab a seat for yourself, pay for your workers, pay for your family members, pay for 5 of your staff, whatever. For anyone that you think needs it, get them into that workshop. And yeah. Yes, Aziza said right that she paid for that workshop. So anybody can pay for the workshop. Moina, I told you to put for the workshop or for WFS, what are you say? How much is enrollment for this thing? I think it's on the image. Moina, I told you to put late and early enrollment for that thing because the problem is going to be somebody is going to come and want to enroll late now and will start saying that it's 16. You did not tell me it's 16 this thing. Moina, please, I will need you to amend this image you dropped. I know you've already dropped it. Don't delete that one, Transitionals Workshop. But please, the image, because I have a feeling that some of the SheEarners here will want to use this thing to convince their prospects. So the prospect needs to know the value of the workshop when they enroll, if they decide to pay for it without even getting on the WFS. So can you please amend this image for me, Moina, where you put early registration 5, whatever, late registration 16, something. I've forgotten that 16, whatever. I keep forgetting what the exact amount is, right? So Moina, that amended value is what you should put in the SheEarners community. So how much is the share? It's 5.3. As at night, it's 5.3. Okay. Okay, you said yes, we want to convince our clients. Yes. So let them amend that image for you. They will, like when I say amend, they will write that late enrollment on it so that your prospects understands how much you are dashing them. Your prospect understands how much you are dashing them for free when they enroll within the next 5 days for WFS. Do you understand? They need to see the value of the bonus. Okay, late enrollment. Okay, thank you. 32 this thing. Typically our workshops, after our workshops are held or on the day, like late enrollment is if you're trying to enroll on the day of the workshop or after it has held, our workshop are typically like once it becomes an online course, it's 32 kini, not 32 250. Yeah. Like our goal setting this thing now is not 32 250. Once it has held, it becomes 32, whatever. So please take note of that. So anyone can pay for it, but that's like, why did I mention this workshop now? Is because again of what Moina asked me for, which I have granted 100 seats for you to use to sell to your prospect. Because I look, people are saying, one of the things I've been hearing people say, my prospects are saying, why do they have to pay now? Have to wait still certain this thing. I said, okay, Moina said, Ma, can I give something to my SheEarners to convince their affiliates to pay within the next 5 days of them chat? I said, okay, that makes sense. Let's give them this our workshop that makes them part of the community. They also get a free guide and everything like that. Can they use all SheEarners, please go through the Transitioners workshop page. You understand what I'm saying? You understand the value of what I am giving you to dash your prospect. And you can enroll yourself in Transitioners workshops if you feel like getting like, yeah, I'll be teaching certain things on how people transition and everything like that at that workshop. So yeah. So who has questions for me? All the questions I've seen in the comment section, I've answered it. Do you advise? I don't think so. But please, if you know you still lack clarity in your transitioning journey, you may want to get yourself into that workshop. But because if you've taken WFS and project management, it means that you are very certain that you want to do project management, which is why you have enrolled for it. So I believe at this point in time, if you enroll for it, clarity may not be what you gain from it, but the community. Because honestly, there are certain pre-programmed things I'll be doing in that community. And even after, like, there's a particular, we are gathering some links after the workshop to give to them. We don't want to gather those open jobs before that time. Why? We need to ensure that that guide is relevant to those that attend the workshop. So we'll be delivering that bonus 3 days after the workshop. That's when we are delivering that bonus to that community. So should you want to be part of that transitional community and also want to probably get access to the bonuses that come with it, fine. But for you, I believe that, maybe I should not say I believe, I'm just hoping that for you to have taken WFS and project management, it means you are certain project management is how you want to proceed. So if you need certain guidance and clarification based on where you currently are, even after taking project management, please enroll for it, because it's a clarity and guidance workshop for transitioners. So it's more like people are giving me 5K for my service of 215K or something like that, which is a clarity part and all. So that's what it is like. So if you know you are in need of that, but if you know you are not, like, like a transition journey is moving well, there's no point in being the transitioners workshop. Yeah. So do you have questions for me? Does a SheEarner has question for me? And please, if you are here and even understanding what SheEarns is, SheEarns is an affiliate marketing program. It's actually an empowerment program where our popular program that has worked across over 20 countries, that has helped people to get jobs, international jobs, get international clients that are paying them 2 million and above, get different things. That has over 120 Google reviews. The program is called Workplace Foundational Skills Program. The program is a program that works, and it is a program everybody needs. Anybody that will do any form of work in the workforce in today's world, they need WFS. So that particular program, there are two things. Is that you are enrolling yourself, or you are trying to earn from the program. How do you earn from the program? It's simple. Join our SheEarns. What does it take to join SheEarns? Nothing. Just fill a biodata form, sign an MOU, attach it to the biodata form, and that is all. Once you do that, we generate a seller link. What is seller? Seller is a payment gateway that helps all of us collect money. They help me collect money. They help you to collect money from the buyer. They will now share the money between both of us based on the percentage that you have told seller. Now, what it means is that you get 20% for everybody that you identify based on what I've said so far throughout this meeting. I've taught you how you identify somebody that has a Panadol problem, but I did not talk about target audience like as a broad this thing. If you know you don't have any knowledge of target audience, please go and watch the second workshop in the community. Go to the FAQ session in the SheEarners community. If you are on this call, you are not part of the SheEarners community, you can join. Can somebody drop a link on how people join the SheEarners community? When you join the SheEarners community, there are 3 subgroups in the SheEarners community. We have an FAQ group. We have a Q&A, let me say, where you can do Q&A. We have an announcement group, and we have a place that we call it marketing and sales. So in that marketing and sales, you can get marketing materials that can use to market to your prospects. In that Q&A, you can ask your questions. And in the places that is like in resources, we have put different videos that you can use to learn. Those resources, go to the video 2 of the resources in the welcome this thing. We have a training page We have video 1, video 2, video 3. That video 2, the last 20 minutes of video 2, I talked extensively about target audience, categories of target audience I can target with this product for you to sell to them. Now, I said, once you are able to do that, 20% means that you will collect 8,054 naira from seller for every time. And how soon can you get that money? If you sell it today, tomorrow seller will credit your account. The only condition is if it is not a weekend. If you sell on a Friday, it is Monday you get your money. But if you sell during the week, today, tomorrow you have gotten your money. It is that easy. So yeah, that's what SheEarns is. As this thing is an empowerment affiliate initiative where women are earning from our digital courses without having to be the one owning the digital course. So you can join the SheEarns community. This content creation module is fantastically like I want it to. I know, right? As in, I get you. I get you. I get you. Thank you so much, Aziza. Thank you. Please, is there any other question before we round off this meeting? Is there any other question before we round? I'm going through the comment section to see if there's any question for me. Do you have, if you can use the raise hand button if you have a question, or you can drop it in the comment section, okay? So our next training, I will also pick another person. So, but of course, we may not be talking about the same topic, but for every training we come to, we'll be doing case study, where we'll pick one person's client. Maybe it's even a client that's giving you difficulty, but this particular training is on sales. The next training should most likely be on marketing. Are you earning on 5K? No, I'm not sure who is asking that question. Are we earning on 5K? No. Like what I'm saying is we are dashing your person the 5K workshop. Please, I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. Our SheEarners have come and say our sales have slowed down because our prospects are saying that it is still April when we are starting. So they say they will pay later. And we want them to pay now. And we also want you to make sales within the next 1 or 2 people. Remember that the focus of this workshop is how are you going to make your first 80K within the next 30 days? Which is how are you going to make 10 sales within the next 30 days? Which means how are you going to make 2 sales this week? We now say, how do we help you make 2 sales this week? We now taught you how to, identify those who should be paying you now. But even out of those who should be paying you now, they understand that they need it now. They now say, after all, the program is starting April, this thing. I will pay end of the month, or I will pay this thing. I say, how can we help you make them pay now? We now say we are gifting our affiliates, prospects, the prospect of our affiliates who pay within 5 days these workshops. Do you understand me, Aziza? So it's not like you're not earning on the 5K, because it is actually a gift we are gifting you technically to help you drive sales amongst your prospects. So, you've talked to a prospect that needs it, and they are now telling you, I will pay later. You say, madam, uncle, come back. There is something I think you will need. And because you are buying from me, like that offer is not up on our page. I don't know how to explain it. Like if you go to WFS sales page, people that are buying are not getting that offer. Do you understand me? That are buying WFS normally are not getting that offer. So it is an offer that we give our affiliates to help them close sale with their prospects, where we are saying that our own paid workshop, we are giving 100 seats to affiliates so that it can help our affiliates drive sales. Do you understand? By telling their prospect that, see, if you buy this thing within the next, after 5 days, the offer is up. You need this thing. Please, the first rule is what? Identify who needs it. So you are now gifting this person extra this thing just as an incentive for them to then make a purchase now. Do you understand it? So it is a gift. It is a bonus. It is a bonus that you would offer your people that want to buy if they buy from you within the 5 days. Like let's say somebody, you are trying to prospect somebody now. They need it. They are convinced they need it. But they are now telling you, I will pay later. Offer them this bonus. Do you understand? and you tell them that this bonus is only valid for 5 days. And you will tell them that, see, oh, if I do not show iTrain Africa that you bought within 5 days, you will not get this bonus. Like, I have to show them receipts that you chatted me within 5 days and bought for you to get this bonus. Do you understand us? So the lead magnet is the free module. So somebody that said they will buy within 5 days, of course, as in, did not say, that's true. Give them the lead magnets, the free module, or that module one. Give that one. Anybody that you are talking to, give them the free module. That one is not even this thing. The free module is a lead magnet that helps you to do the selling. You know, they will see what is in the course and everything like that. That is the free module. There is a free module of WFS, as in that they will be able to see the entire WFS curriculum and they'll be able to watch module 1. That one is the lead magnet. But we are now saying that for the SheEarners only, we are giving SheEarners a bonus for their prospects who buy from them within 5 days, which is an exclusive offer. Do you understand? Because if that bonus is not on our WFS sales page, there's nothing like that. The link to the free module on seller, Moina, can you share the link to the free module for WFS course? The seller link. Can you share it, please? So that anybody that wants to convince their free prospects that the program is valuable. Because one of the things that people say, 45K is not expensive. Just give them the free module. Say, go and look at what they are going to be learning. How am I sure I can understand? How am I sure this is valuable? Say, go and watch the first one first. Watch that module. Come back and tell me if the free is valuable to you or not. Trust me, there's nobody that has watched that free that is not sold. So do you understand? So far, you are talking to the person who needs your solution. Remember that. Why I took my time for 30 minutes to first explain the idea of setting goals, of finding the right person, is because all this, your effort will go to waste if you get your targeting wrong. You will not be saying, what am I not doing? What am I not? Am I not saying the right thing? I even offered them, but they did not pay. It is because your first targeting was wrong. So if your challenge is around targeting, go and watch my training in the community on targeting. It is the training 2. The last 20 minutes of training 2 is on audience targeting. After you understand that one, you will now come and say, within my own network, out of these 10 categories of audience, which one is within, like, is it entrepreneurs? Like, you look at them, this one is within my network. When you say, this one are the people I have within my network. Now that you know the kind of people you have within your network, you now say, now put a name to them, identify 8 of them. If you do conversation with 8 of them, whether the conversation is inside WhatsApp, is on a phone call, is at your office, so it's at your church, it is at your mosque, it is on anywhere, but you have identified that these are the category, they are within the network. Have that conversation with 8 of them. I want you, some of you will come back and testify. Follow it. Come back next week and tell me if you not come and say, my prospect actually bought. Don't have sales conversation with the wrong prospect. It will drain you. So is there any other question? Nancy is raising up her hand. Please, Nancy, unmute yourself. Nancy, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Good evening, doctor.
Good evening.
Yeah. Sorry, I really didn't get it right. I joined lately because of my network. So I didn't get it from the beginning. You are talking about the gift into the affiliate prospects. So I didn't really, what is it, the 5,000? The 5,000, is it a kind of a registration fee for them to register for the...
It is not 5,000 money. There is a workshop we are gifting there. That workshop is called the Transitioners Workshop. That workshop is a live workshop holding on March 12th. Early registration for that workshop is 5,375. Late registration for that workshop is 32,250.
Okay. The prospects are expected to pay that 5,335.
No. The WFS that you are selling to your prospect is 45,150, Abby.
Yes.
You understand? We are now saying that for your prospect that are telling you I will buy later instead of buying now, we are now saying that if it has gotten to that point that they have already realized they need it, they just don't want to pay you now. Tell them that for them to not that you have a bonus, but that bonus is if they pay you within the next 5 days. That bonus is now the transitioner's paid workshop that we are holding. People have paid us. Aziza here has paid for that workshop. We are now saying that you should offer them that workshop but they must pay you within for WFS within 5 days to get that bonus.
No, okay. They are to pay that 45,150 naira within 5 days.
5 days to get free access.
Free access to the workshop.
Yes.
To get free access to the workshop.
Yes.
Okay, so how did the 5,335 now came in? That's why I'm getting confused.
Price of the workshop.
Oh, price for the workshop. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I'm clear now.
So it is as if you are gifting your prospect a workshop that is worth more than that costs 5,375 as of today. So what I have asked Moina to do is actually by 11th of March, that workshop is going to be 32,250. Okay. So in order for your prospect to know that the workshop is like as valuable as that, I have told Moina that she should go and put the early registration and late registration on the image of the workshop so that she would then give you that workshop image in the community so that on that image, you will see early registration for the workshop 5 this day, late registration for the workshop 32 this day. So that when your prospect says, I will pay you before April 1, you will say, Madam, this workshop, you may want to attend it. Okay. And you can get it for free if you pay for WFS within the next 5 days.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's generous.
You get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much.
So I now put a caveat that the maximum I am gifting SheEarns prospect is 100. Maximum is 100 seats. Maximum is 100 seats as a gift. So let's say a SheEarns now say, 10 of my own prospect wants to pay because of this thing. It means the seats that are remaining that as a gift is 90.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So even the caveat is the fact that once those 100 gifts are exhausted, the offer is off the table for affiliate prospects.
Okay.
So it is either that 100 gets exhausted first or March 10 comes first. But don't tell your prospect March 10. I don't know. Please, I keep repeating it. It is they must pay you within 5 days.
Yes.
They must pay you within 5 days for when I say they must pay within 5 days. It is you that I am telling that March 10 is the last day that offer is valid.
Okay.
But to the prospect, it is they must pay you within 5 days. You know why? Because if you go and tell prospect that you can pay, before March 10, you get a bonus. What if the offer is off? It becomes an integrity issue for you. Yes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to go into that kind of back and forth with your prospect. It becomes an integrity issue for you because you went to promise March 10. It is you that I am telling March 10, the SheEarns, not your prospect. I don't want you to now come and start begging me, Doc, I beg. I have promised our prospect that they will get this thing. Now they paid me on March 9. You say there is no more gifts.
All right.
So, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, Mrs. Beardon Ashcroft. Oh shit! I wanted to unmute her. Okay, please. I've asked you to unmute, ma'am. Please ask your question. I think that's the last question for the night.
Okay. Well done, doctor. Yeah, I got more clarity about the SheEarns. I enrolled immediately, but I couldn't. But with this workshop and all the, the materials posted, I've been able to get much this thing now. Yeah, but I just want to add that like Muinat made request for the SheEarns to get more prospects, something was just crossing my mind that now, for some of us who are currently on the foundational this thing and also enrolled for the one of the technical workshop training, what do you have in stock for us in terms of this bonus? Can't we also benefit from the transitional seminar?
No, anybody that wants it would need to pay for it. So again, this was done for SheEarns because we want people to be able to earn easily. Do you understand? SheEarns is an empowerment program. So there are certain concessions we give it because it's an empowerment program that is supposed to help women, not because we just wake up and start gifting people. Do you understand? Like it is the empowerment program. Like again, like I just told you that this offer is not on our sales page. If you go to our normal WFS sales page, somebody lands on us and say they wants to buy. There's no bonus, like there's no transitional workers bonus on it. Do you understand? It's not on it at all. So if we are only offering it to SheEarns because of the nature of it's an empowerment program. And we are doing everything to support that empowerment movement. Like we are incentivizing like things for them to ensure that they get started. Okay. So it's not, we are not even offering this bonus to like our students or people that we are still prospecting ourselves. We are not. We are just not. Like, so bonus for us, like, is not, like the program is valuable enough and subsidized enough for anyone to gain value from it. So it's not, we are not, is that if that is it, that means we'll go back to all our alumni, about 1,000 people, and say, as you have bought this and bought that, come and take bonus. Do you get it?
Okay. So, well, I think in the program is what will be in the seminar, is this somehow incorporated into the...
Yes, part of it is incorporated because something like at the transitionals workshop, part of what we probably recommend is for people to take personality tests because you cannot want to transition and not understand. Do you understand? So there are quite a number of things that are incorporated in the program already that is in the transitionals workshop, like a lot. Yeah, like a lot. We put it on the WFS already. So it's not, which is why when people ask me, I said it is only if she still needs certain amount of clarity after she has taken the program that she may join transitionals workshop, because I will then explain the 5 different ways that you can use to transition. So if you feel like you need that kind of clarity, fine. But if you have already paid for this thing, you understand what you are doing, you may not, it may not be useful for you, because it will be like, oh, all these things that you are telling me at the workshop, such as the personality test, doing skills assessment, those are the kind of things we'll still discuss at the workshop. Okay. Because you can't jump module 1. It doesn't matter what, that's the beginning. Clarity is the beginning. So people need to get clarity before we then come and start every other thing in the workshop. Do you understand?
Why
so if you're taking the BFS, you mean?
Thank you. Why is of concern to me is actually I've enrolled for the technical, but then I still wrote there, even on my this thing, that I still need guidance to choose between project management and product management, because I'm just still a bit not I couldn't really pick. It's like I love both, but I just didn't know which one, which I wrote on my mail. So I wouldn't know. That's why I'm thinking that the transitional program may be of help to, bring about.
It may actually be of help to you because, yeah, it may actually be of help to you. I'm just going to stop there. It may be of help to you. Okay. Because I'm thinking through the curriculum or what I'm going to explain at that workshop, and through the outline, not curriculum, what I'm going to explain. It's a 2 hours workshop, though. but it's basically like a clarity giving workshop. That's because again, I've found that there are some people that are transitioning that they don't need to transition careers.
Okay.
Just simply need to transition where they are currently offering their current careers. So I've seen a lot of that because again, we are currently doing the people are enrolling into GOP, which is the advanced program, Global Opportunities Program. People are also enrolling into this thing. And I've seen some people who have enrolled on certain programs that they need to enroll on that program because what they should have just done is probably enrolled in GOP, stick with their current career and offer it in a different space. So those are the kind of clarity that I need to explain for different categories at that workshop.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so on that note, we have come to the end of this this thing. Thank you so much for everyone that attended this session, and we'll continue our conversation inside the community. Please go make your 2 sales in the next 7 days, your 4 sales in the next 2 weeks, your 8 sales in the next 3 weeks, and your 10 sales to make your 80K within the next 1 month. You say, I want you to refer to this workshop and say, after this workshop, I took what Doc said, I implemented it, and I earned that 80K within the next 30 days. I want that testimonial in 30 days. Do we agree we are going to go and implement it? A closed mouth is a closed destiny, okay? You can now all unmute yourself and say your good night. Good night, everyone. You can unmute yourself now.
Okay,
Night.
bye. Good day, everybody from my side.
Exactly. Good day. Bye.
Bye.